All right, hello, and welcome back to the Crossword vlog, aka Clog, Friday edition, and we are still just barely ahead of schedule edition. So we are ahead of this incredible pace that I've previously set by 39 seconds, and we have left ourselves 34 minutes to solve the rest of these. So we need to be averaging like 11 minutes on each of these puzzles. Really, there's no way we're getting 11 minutes on a Sunday, so we really gotta, it sounds like too much to ask, but a sub 10 Friday is sort of necessary in order to do this kind of impossible challenge. And that is usually not really in the cards. I wish I had better stats here. I've said this many times, but this 3:02 is not a legit time. It was when I solved it on paper and I just typed it in. Afterwards, I regret that every time because now I have no idea what my actual best Friday time is. Um, but Robin Weintraub, that is a familiar name. And so I think we may be dealing with a veteran crossword constructor, which means that maybe this puzzle is not like easier, but less likely to have really bad crosses that get us stuck. And that's really what we have to look out for a lot of the time. That's like the huge time suck. And so if we're, fighting a fair game, all the words are understandable, then we might have a chance at doing this quickly. Just getting a game plan from the start. Seems like we'll need to focus on these downs here. If we can get a few of these and start spreading out to these crosses, it looks like there's sort of an open shot. Similar thing here, where if we can get these like shorter crosses, that might lead to exploding through this entryway down into the bottom. So it seems like it's a good mix of like short fill that I might be able to get quickly, leading to longer fill that I get. So, um, there's a chance, but don't get your hopes up too high, is what I would say. Without further ado, let's get it started. Um, you're doing it all wrong. I think this is Salem. Okay, maybe the Arno. Put down Salem. Ego. Barely enough. Merely. Okay. Well, segue. Natural incubators. Bit of energy. Erg. Makes snack of. Grouch. Period. Gatsby or Hamlet. Okay. Dolly. Hello, Dolly. Sides of circles. Sides of circles. Maybe S here. SEAL team. SEAL team. Put down. Okay. Maybe ions. Tenor. No. Fets. Galas. Lena Headey. Titular male Shakespeare character. Othello. No. Crushed aced. Okay. Concrete examples. Okay. Is that one of two for one? One of two for one. Okay. Oh, Oreo maybe? Ariel? Do something of interest. Okay. Modern car accessory. Okay. X. A walk in the park. Sunfish feature. Probably S there. Mist, kind of. Kid. Here's looking at you, kid. Okay, this is not looking like a 10-minute. Literary bird. Many. Okay. No, that doesn't fit. I was going to do two of those. Something PETA. Doesn't guzzle. Okay. Pokeball, maybe ahi. A ton. That didn't give way. Held. The Ides. Wires. To nobody. Surprised. As expected. X. Mixer. Cement. Mixer. Maybe Sega. Sit. Something roll, maybe? No. Star. Pigeonhole. Subsides. Wires sends money, I guess. Maybe a task is a piece of work. Red or blonde apes, maybe? Star tender. Best one. Okay. Wage gaps. Woven. Transfix. Okay. All right, let's look at some more downs. Think it over. Nice. Raven. Transfix. Well then, okay. Hens. Noshes on. Okay, this is wrong then. Vets. Crouch. Clones, maybe? Crouch. Crab. Not settled. Pluses and minuses. Bins. Not settled. Open, like a tab. Fets. Honors, maybe? You fet someone. Celery seeds. Avery, I guess. Levy. Report card. Olin, maybe? How can I resist? One of two for one. Half, I guess? Do something. Lend. Win by a nose. Penang or something? A ruin. You get the point, you get the idea. Okay, Lisa? Maybe can? Sunfish. Okay. Doesn't guzzle, maybe sips? Lessons? Lures? I'll come back to that. Cagier? Or no? Lazier, Ozarks, Igor, Legal, Ales. Okay. Um, Transfix, Rivet, Teeman, uh, Tragic Hero, Minimal, Amok, Croon, uh, Stop, Onion Rings, Laid Down, X, Sunfish, maybe Tail, uh, Lords, Merely Watches, Report, a Walk in the Park, a Base, Walk a Base, mm, Rosa, Sunfish has a tail. Trit merely watches. Oh, A E I O U lurks. Okay. Um, Suit, sail, uh, walk in the park. Rosa, let's say. Lisa, sell, sill, sail. Elsa, uh, Cree, C. That doesn't make sense. Bike. None of these are making sense. Yike. A walk in the park. A walk. A walk. Elsa doesn't need to be right. Sail doesn't need to be right. Sail. A walk in the park. It's like, I feel like baseball, you know? Um, X. Con. X. I'm just gonna try every letter here. Q. Does that make sense? Not really. Hike? I guess. But what the all right. I don't know what I did there, but let's go ahead and admire the puzzle. That is a lot faster than I thought it would be, but also a lot slower than it could have been. I think I glanced up and I just had a few letters left at like 8 minutes, but um, it's things have changed around here when I'm somewhat mildly disappointed in a 11-minute Friday puzzle. That, by any standard, I think, specifically mine, is a great time. And now we are really just neck and neck with our best week ever, which again, I didn't think I would ever, or at least get close to tying this. This is leaving us 23 minutes for Saturday plus Sunday. Not a ton of time, but not zero time. Um, so anyway, let's go ahead and see. Hmm, why is X chi? Oh, it's Greek letter chi. Mm, mm, not a fan of that clue, to be honest. But yeah, I think overall this was a great puzzle. As Expected, Pigeonhole, both incredible. Win by a Nose, I prefer Win by a Hair, but not bad at all. Report Card, How Can I Resist? You get the idea. Tragic Hero, Onion Rings, these are all classic things that I love to see in a puzzle. Yeah, just in general, I think these are all great, fresh, interesting things. Oh, Think It Over as well. Cement Mixer as well. Yeah, just tons and tons of really flashy long fill. And I think the rest of the fill around the puzzle holds up quite well as well. This is a very impressive Friday puzzle, even though I am salty about this one. I really should memorize Ilsa. Um, and yeah, I was thinking, is a sunfish the same thing as a sailfish, or is a sailfish like a marlin? I don't know. Anyway, um, I should have gotten this, or maybe a sunfish is a brand of sailboat. That might be what it is. I should have gotten suit earlier, I think. Lurks, whatever. This is definitely like an on me challenging section. And challenge is good in a crossword. Like these aren't meant to always be solved in 2 minutes or whatever. They're meant to be thinking puzzles, and I think this one achieved that. So in terms of like Fridays, I think this is the best one we've seen in a while, definitely in several weeks. And With that being said, yeah, like wage gaps, um, Nashazan is a little Britishy, so I resent it for that, but I don't actually mind it that much. I'm, I guess this one is a little bit of an unfair cross, but anyway, I'm gonna give this one an 8.25 out of 10. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's a very well constructed puzzle. And just like tons and tons of really flashy, interesting fills. So my prediction was correct. Veteran constructors might know what they're doing a little bit here. Um, it was a slow start, but really sped up at the end and then slowed down at the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.